Do you really need to walk 10,000 steps a day to stay healthy? What if I told you there's a method that gets double the results in half the time backed by science from Japan and Norway? Yes, you can achieve more with less effort, and it's easier than you think. Welcome to Woman Healthy Tips, your go-to channel for practical, research-backed ways to stay fit, strong, and energized. Today, we're diving into a game-changing approach to walking and exercise that could completely transform your routine. Forget the old 10,000 steps or nothing mindset. Let's explore how to work smarter, not harder, and get results faster. So how do you double your benefits without doubling your time? Let's break it down. Walking is often seen as a simple activity, something anyone can do without much thought, but when approached with intention, it becomes a powerful tool for transforming your health and fitness. Many people assume that steps alone determine results, but the truth lies in how you move and how you engage your body. Keynote 3 focuses on the concept of the mind-muscle connection during walking, and this is where most people miss out on maximizing the benefits. It is not merely the act of putting one foot in front of the other. It is about actively involving your whole body in a coordinated, purposeful way. When you walk, the legs are obviously doing the work, but your core, arms, and posture are equally crucial. The core acts as the central stabilizer of your body. If you engage your core while walking, you create a subtle but consistent activation of your abdominal muscles and lower back. This not only helps strengthen the core, but also improves balance and posture over time. Imagine walking tall, imagining a string pulling your head upward, your shoulders relaxed, and your spine elongated. Each step becomes more than movement. It becomes an exercise for the entire body. Incorporating arm swings is another often overlooked technique. When you swing your arms naturally but purposefully, you increase calorie burn and elevate your heart rate without adding extra time or effort. This simple coordination of upper and lower body mimics full body aerobic exercises and makes your walking sessions significantly more effective. Engaging the arms and core together while walking creates a synergy that increases energy expenditure, making each minute of walking more productive than simply putting one foot in front of the other without intention. Many people underestimate this principle, thinking walking is inherently passive. But when you consciously involve more muscles, you shift it into an active and highly efficient form of exercise. The practical takeaway is that walking should not be a mindless routine. Every step can be purposeful if your mind actively engages your muscles. Focus on posture, core, and arm movement, and you will be surprised how much more effective a short walk becomes compared to a longer walk with poor form. Transitioning to Keynote 4, timing plays a surprisingly critical role in maximizing the benefits of walking. It is not just what you do, but when you do it that can significantly impact your body's response. Research from Japanese studies highlights the profound effect of walking at strategic times, especially around meals. Walking before eating, for instance, primes the body to better manage blood sugar levels. This is particularly important because post-meal spikes in glucose can contribute to fat storage and metabolic strain if left unregulated. A simple walk before breakfast or dinner creates a metabolic window where your body is more efficient at using energy for fuel rather than storing it as fat. This concept is powerful because it shows that walking is not just about burning calories during the activity itself, but also about influencing the body's physiological response before and after meals. Timing can amplify the effects of even short walks. Imagine taking a brisk 15-minute walk before dinner. It may seem insignificant, but this activity sets off a chain of metabolic reactions. Your muscles become more sensitive to insulin, helping regulate blood sugar. Your body starts mobilizing stored fat to meet energy demands. Even the nervous system benefits, calming stress hormones that can otherwise contribute to fat storage, especially around the belly area. Timing does not have to be rigid. The principle is simply about aligning movement with moments when your metabolism is naturally responsive. Morning walks are another example of timing that has multiple benefits. Walking in the morning not only boosts metabolism early in the day, but also increases alertness, sets a positive tone, and encourages healthier choices throughout the day. Japanese studies consistently show that morning activity supports circadian rhythm, enhancing energy utilization and hormonal balance. This is particularly important for women managing weight and health because hormone regulation is crucial for long-term metabolic health. Integrating walking into strategic moments of the day turns ordinary movement into a potent health intervention. It is about creating a rhythm where your activity aligns with your body's natural metabolic cycles, making every step more impactful. The practical application is simple. Plan walks around meals or at times when you naturally feel sluggish. Even a short interval of brisk walking can prime your body for better digestion, improved energy levels, and enhanced fat-burning capacity. Combining these two keynotes, mind-muscle connection and strategic timing, creates a synergy that magnifies the benefits of walking exponentially. Engaging the entire body while walking at optimal times transforms walking from a passive activity into a highly effective metabolic and muscular workout. This approach also addresses common frustrations, such as spending hours walking without noticeable results. The problem is not in walking itself, but in the lack of purposeful engagement and the missed opportunity of timing. When you bring intention to every step and align movement with your body's natural metabolic cues, even brief walks can produce significant results. This is the essence of the Japanese and Norwegian protocols, which focus on efficiency, quality, and science-backed strategies rather than arbitrary step counts. The beauty of this method is that it empowers anyone, regardless of age or fitness level, to achieve more in less time. It removes the pressure of reaching a high step count and replaces it with mindful, intentional movement that is sustainable and enjoyable. To implement this effectively, start by observing your walking habits. Notice if your posture is engaged, if your core is active, and if your arms are contributing. Small adjustments in form can dramatically change the effectiveness of your routine. Then, experiment with timing. Schedule walks before meals or during natural energy dips. Notice how your body feels, your energy levels, and how your clothes fit over time. These are real indicators that the combination of mind-muscle connection and strategic timing is working. Another key element to consider is the integration of interval intensity within these walks. Even a short burst of faster walking or uphill steps before a meal can significantly enhance insulin sensitivity, cardiovascular function, and calorie expenditure. This ties seamlessly into both keynotes because it leverages full body engagement and the metabolic benefits of optimal timing simultaneously. This method is adaptable. You do not need a gym, fancy equipment, or an exact number of steps. You need awareness, timing, and intentional movement. This accessibility is one of its greatest strengths, making it easy for women to integrate into daily life without disruption. In addition to the physiological benefits, there is a psychological component. When you intentionally engage your body and align movement with natural metabolic windows, walking becomes more enjoyable and rewarding. You are no longer counting steps blindly or feeling guilty for missing targets. Instead, you experience immediate feedback in the form of energy boosts, improved mood, and a sense of accomplishment. Over time, these small wins build consistency and reinforce the habit, which is ultimately more important than any arbitrary number. Habit formation is amplified because the body responds positively, creating a cycle of motivation and results. The mind-muscle connection also contributes to mindfulness. Each step becomes an opportunity to focus on your body, your breathing, and the rhythm of movement. This mindfulness can reduce stress, improve mental clarity, and even influence hormonal balance, particularly cortisol levels, which are critical for fat storage around the midsection. Strategic timing enhances these effects by syncing movement with natural physiological cues, ensuring that each walk has maximum benefit. Ultimately, keynotes 3 and 4 teach a powerful lesson. The effectiveness of walking is not measured by how far you go, but by how well you walk and when you walk. The combination of intentional engagement and strategic timing transforms simple steps into a holistic practice that supports muscular strength, metabolic health, and overall well-being. These principles can be applied in small increments, making them sustainable and realistic for daily life. Short walks with proper engagement before meals, during breaks, or in the morning can yield significant long-term benefits that exceed those of longer, unstructured walks. This approach respects the body's natural rhythms, leverages science-backed strategies, and emphasizes quality over quantity. Women looking to improve health, manage weight, or increase energy levels can implement these techniques immediately with no special equipment or exhaustive routines. By focusing on core engagement, arm movement, posture, and timing, you turn walking into an efficient, effective, and enjoyable activity. You also create a framework for lifelong movement habits that are sustainable and rewarding. Every step can be purposeful, every moment can be optimized, and every short walk can contribute meaningfully to health goals. This method challenges traditional step count dogma and replaces it with a smarter, research-based strategy that empowers you to get more done in less time while improving overall physical and mental well-being. It emphasizes efficiency, awareness, and timing, all of which are principles that anyone can integrate into daily routines without stress or complexity. Walking with a mind-muscle connection and at strategic times encourages you to listen to your body, notice subtle changes, and appreciate small victories. Each walk becomes a multifaceted exercise, working cardiovascular, muscular, and metabolic systems simultaneously. This comprehensive approach is supported by research in Japan and Norway, where scientists observed remarkable improvements in metabolic markers, fat burning, and overall fitness when participants followed mindful, timed, and intensity-focused walking protocols. These studies provide strong evidence that small, intentional adjustments in how and when you walk can have a disproportionate impact compared to simply hitting a step goal. Applying these principles consistently creates a compounding effect. Muscles strengthen, posture improves, energy increases, and fat burning becomes more efficient. Small, intentional walks add up over time, producing results that can feel unattainable with conventional step counting methods. This strategy also fosters a positive relationship with movement. Instead of walking feeling like a chore, it becomes a tool for empowerment and self-care, providing tangible benefits in physical health, energy, and confidence. In conclusion, Keynotes 3 and 4 highlight the transformative potential of walking when approached strategically. Mind-muscle connection ensures every step engages multiple muscle groups, improving strength, coordination, and energy expenditure. Strategic timing amplifies metabolic benefits, regulating blood sugar, supporting fat burning, and optimizing energy use. Together, these approaches redefine walking from a passive, time-consuming activity into a smart, efficient, and scientifically backed practice. Women can implement these principles immediately, experiencing real results in less time while creating sustainable habits that enhance health, vitality, and overall well-being. This method replaces outdated step count rules with actionable, research-based strategies that empower every individual to move smarter, feel stronger, and achieve their health goals more effectively than ever before. Walking is often seen as a simple, almost mundane activity, something so basic that many people overlook its true potential. Most people think walking is just a way to burn a few calories or pass time, but the way you walk, how you engage your muscles, and when you choose to walk can dramatically change the results you get. It is not about mindlessly putting one foot in front of the other. It is about purpose, intention, and timing. This is where the mind-muscle connection comes into play. When you walk, your legs obviously do most of the work, but the rest of your body can play a significant role if you consciously involve it. Engaging your core while walking is one of the most effective ways to activate additional muscles without extra effort. A tight, engaged core not only strengthens your abs and lower back, but also stabilizes your entire body. Imagine walking as if a string is gently pulling the top of your head upward, your spine elongating, your shoulders relaxed, and your chest slightly lifted. This posture alone transforms a casual stroll into a more intense, full-body workout. Walking with an engaged core improves balance and posture while also increasing energy expenditure, meaning you burn more calories in the same amount of time. Arm movement is another key aspect of the mind-muscle connection. When you swing your arms naturally but with purpose, it creates a rhythm that enhances calorie burning and elevates your heart rate. This simple action activates the muscles in your upper body and shoulders, making your walk feel more like a coordinated aerobic activity rather than a passive routine. The combination of core engagement and active arm movement transforms walking into a full-body exercise that strengthens multiple muscle groups at once. Many people overlook this, believing walking alone is passive, but the truth is that mindful engagement can make even short walks highly effective. Incorporating slight variations, such as tightening your glutes with each step, flexing your calves, or gently lifting your knees higher during portions of your walk, adds layers of intensity and ensures that every step contributes to strength, balance, and cardiovascular health. Focusing on these details makes each session productive, even if the total distance is short. The practical takeaway is clear. You do not need to walk for hours to see results if every step is intentional. Engaging your muscles, maintaining good posture, and incorporating natural arm swings turns walking into an efficient, results-driven activity that strengthens your body and improves metabolism. By consciously focusing on the mind-muscle connection, walking becomes a powerful tool for women looking to increase energy, manage weight, and improve overall health without overexertion. Moving to the timing aspect. When you choose to walk can significantly impact how effective your activity is. The body's metabolism is not constant throughout the day. It has windows where it is more responsive to activity, and understanding these windows can make walking far more effective. Japanese studies have shown that walking before meals has a strong effect on regulating blood sugar and preventing fat accumulation. Post-meal glucose spikes can contribute to increased fat storage if the body is not primed to handle them efficiently. Taking a brisk walk before breakfast or dinner creates an opportunity for your muscles to use glucose for energy rather than allowing it to be stored as fat. This small adjustment, which requires minimal effort, can make a dramatic difference over time. Imagine a 15-minute walk before your evening meal. It may seem insignificant, but this short period of activity triggers metabolic reactions that improve insulin sensitivity, increase energy expenditure, and support fat metabolism. It is not just about burning calories during the walk itself. It is about influencing how your body processes and stores energy throughout the day. Timing walks strategically also ties into natural energy cycles. Morning walks have been shown to improve alertness, boost mood, and enhance energy levels throughout the day. They also synchronize with circadian rhythms, helping regulate hormones and supporting long-term metabolic health. Walking at times when your body is naturally more receptive ensures that the benefits are amplified, and it can turn an otherwise routine activity into a metabolic advantage. Another key point about timing is that it allows for more consistency. Short walks at predictable times, such as before breakfast or during a mid-afternoon slump, become habitual and sustainable. When movement is tied to daily routines and natural energy fluctuations, it is easier to maintain consistently, and consistency is what ultimately drives long-term health improvements. By strategically timing walks, you take advantage of the body's natural rhythms to maximize energy use, regulate blood sugar, and enhance fat burning, all without adding extra time or effort to your day. When the mind-muscle connection and strategic timing are combined, walking becomes exponentially more powerful, conscious. Engagement of muscles ensures that every step activates multiple parts of the body, increasing calorie burn, strengthening core muscles, and improving balance and coordination. Adding timing into the equation amplifies these benefits by aligning the walk with moments when the body is most metabolically responsive. For example, a brisk 15-minute walk with an engaged core and purposeful arm swings before dinner not only burns calories, but also prepares the body to process the upcoming meal efficiently. This is the essence of the Japanese and Norwegian approaches, which emphasize efficient movement, intensity, and timing rather than arbitrary step goals. The traditional focus on 10,000 steps per day misses the point that quality, intention, and timing can produce far greater results in less time. Women who integrate these principles can experience improved fitness, better energy management, and enhanced weight regulation without feeling overwhelmed or constrained by step counts. The beauty of this method is that it empowers anyone to work smarter rather than harder. You do not need to dedicate hours to walking. Instead, you focus on how you move and when you move, which makes the activity more sustainable and enjoyable. Implementation begins with observation and adjustment. Take note of how you naturally walk and identify opportunities to engage your core and arms more effectively. Simple adjustments, such as lifting your chest, tightening your abdominal muscles, or coordinating your arm swing with your steps, create immediate improvements in efficiency and intensity. Even small changes add up, creating measurable benefits over time. Next, experiment with timing. Try walking before meals or during natural energy dips, observing how your body responds. You may notice improved energy levels, better digestion, or a stronger feeling of vitality. These are signs that your body is responding to the strategic timing of activity. Incorporating interval intensity into these walks further enhances results. Short bursts of faster walking or uphill steps during strategic timing Windows increase heart rate, improve cardiovascular function, and enhance metabolic response. This approach synergizes the benefits of intentional movement and optimal timing, turning even short sessions into highly effective workouts. There is also a psychological advantage. Conscious engagement and strategic timing increase mindfulness during walking. You become aware of posture, breath, and movement, which reduces stress and enhances focus. This mindfulness has secondary benefits for hormonal balance, particularly in reducing cortisol levels, which are associated with fat storage, especially around the abdominal area. By walking with intention and at the right times, you not only improve physical health but also support mental well-being. Walking becomes a form of active meditation, combining physical exertion with mental clarity and stress relief. Additionally, these principles are accessible and adaptable for women at any fitness level. No special equipment, gym membership, or long hours are required. Short, intentional walks before meals or during strategic points in the day are easy to implement and integrate into daily life. Even small changes, when done consistently, produce compounding results. The combination of core engagement, arm involvement, and optimal timing creates a walking routine that maximizes calorie burn, supports muscular strength, enhances metabolic function, and improves posture and coordination. This holistic approach transforms walking from a simple activity into a highly effective, research-backed strategy for health and wellness. Habit formation is strengthened because the results are noticeable and motivating. Women who consistently engage their muscles and walk at strategic times experience increased energy, better mood, improved digestion, and gradual changes in body composition. These visible and tangible results reinforce the behavior, creating a sustainable cycle of motivation, consistency, and health improvements. Small walks, done intentionally and timed strategically, provide a foundation for long-term wellness that is far superior to merely chasing step counts without focus or planning. Ultimately, Keynotes 3 and 4 emphasize that walking is not just about moving for movement's sake. The mind-muscle connection ensures that each step is maximized, engaging the core, arms, and posture for full body benefits. Strategic timing amplifies the metabolic effects of walking, aligning activity with the body's natural cycles for improved energy management, fat burning, and overall health. Together, these principles transform walking into an efficient, effective, and enjoyable activity that produces results far beyond what step counts alone can achieve. They empower women to take control of their health with a practical, science-based approach that fits seamlessly into daily life. Walking becomes purposeful, rewarding, and highly effective, making every minute count, every step intentional, and every session beneficial for long-term wellness, strength, and vitality. This approach replaces outdated step count goals with a smarter, holistic strategy that combines muscle engagement, timing, and efficiency for maximum results. By practicing these principles consistently, every walk becomes a multidimensional exercise that strengthens muscles, boosts metabolism, regulates blood sugar, and improves posture. Women can experience measurable health improvements without adding extra time to their schedules. The focus shifts from quantity to quality, from arbitrary goals to mindful movement, and from passive steps to active, intentional, and strategically timed walking sessions. This method creates a framework for sustainable, lifelong habits that support both physical and mental well-being. It demonstrates that smarter walking, done with awareness and precision, can provide double the results in half the time compared to traditional step count approaches. Every step becomes a tool for transformation. Every moment of movement is an opportunity to strengthen and energize, and every session reinforces the habit of walking with purpose, intention, and optimal timing. Consistency is often overlooked in fitness, but it is one of the most important determinants of success when it comes to walking for health and weight management. Keynote 5 focuses on building small, sustainable habits that accumulate over time to produce meaningful results. Many people assume that walking must be done in long, dedicated sessions to be effective, but research consistently shows that short, frequent bursts of activity spread throughout the day can be even more beneficial. Small walks stacked into your routine create a cumulative effect that improves cardiovascular health, enhances metabolism, and strengthens muscles without creating fatigue or burnout. Imagine taking 3 or 4 5-minute brisk walks throughout the day instead of a single long session. Each mini walk provides a metabolic boost, keeps energy levels elevated, and prevents the sluggishness associated with prolonged sitting. Habit stacking is a concept where you attach a new behavior to an existing routine. For example, walking to the mailbox, climbing a few flights of stairs after lunch, or pacing during phone calls are opportunities to add movement without feeling like you are interrupting your day. Over weeks and months, these small actions accumulate into significant improvements in endurance, energy expenditure, and overall health. Women who integrate these micro walks often report feeling more alert, experiencing less bloating, and noticing subtle improvements in muscle tone and posture. The key is consistency, not intensity or duration. Even short bouts of movement, when repeated daily, create the foundation for sustainable results. Equally important is understanding that small, consistent habits prevent the physical and mental fatigue associated with overexertion. Many people start with ambitious walking goals, such as aiming for 10,000 steps daily, only to burn out within a few weeks. The body and mind respond better to incremental, manageable increases in activity, and the habits formed in this way are far more likely to stick. Consistency also reinforces the mind-muscle connection discussed earlier, because repeated practice strengthens the coordination between core, arms, and posture during walking. Over time, these small, deliberate movements become automatic, allowing the body to operate efficiently, burn more calories, and maintain muscle tone without conscious effort. Habitual movement is not only effective for physical health, but also builds mental resilience, confidence, and a sense of accomplishment, which motivates continued adherence to an active lifestyle. Women can leverage this by breaking walking into manageable chunks and integrating them into their daily schedule naturally, ensuring that movement becomes a seamless part of their life rather than a forced task. Transitioning into Keynote 6, tracking progress intelligently is crucial for maximizing results and maintaining motivation. Many people rely solely on step counts or distance covered, but focusing on intensity, energy, and body response provides a more accurate measure of progress. Research from Norway and Japan highlights that subjective awareness, paired with light tracking, often yields better outcomes than obsessing over arbitrary numbers. Paying attention to heart rate, breathing patterns, muscle engagement, and overall energy levels can give you a clear picture of how effectively your walking sessions are benefiting your body. For example, a brisk 15-minute walk with active posture, engaged arms, and a slightly elevated heart rate can be more effective for fat burning and cardiovascular health than a slow 45-minute stroll aimed purely at reaching a step goal. This approach emphasizes quality over quantity, ensuring that each session is purposeful, efficient, and results-driven. Tracking does not need to be complicated. Even noting how you feel before and after walks, the level of exertion, or small improvements in stamina or mood can serve as practical feedback for adjusting intensity and duration over time. Another important aspect of tracking progress is monitoring consistency rather than perfection. Long-term success depends on forming a sustainable walking routine that integrates naturally into your life. For example, maintaining a consistent pattern of short, intentional walks each day, even if some days are shorter or less intense than others, yields better long-term benefits than sporadic, high-effort sessions. Consistency reinforces muscle memory, improves coordination, and stabilizes metabolic responses. It also builds psychological reinforcement. Knowing that you are meeting your routine creates confidence, reduces stress, and strengthens motivation. Women who track progress in terms of energy levels, muscle engagement, and consistency, rather than obsessing over step counts, find that they are able to maintain an active lifestyle for years without the frustration of arbitrary targets. Combining the principles of habit stacking with intelligent tracking creates a feedback loop that reinforces both behavior and results. Short, consistent walking habits build a foundation for long-term health improvements, while tracking ensures that each session is optimized for intensity, posture, and metabolic response. This dual approach leverages efficiency, allowing women to achieve maximum results in minimal time. Even small changes, such as adding a few brisk steps between meetings, taking stairs instead of elevators, or walking during short breaks, accumulate over weeks and months to produce meaningful improvements in cardiovascular health, muscle tone, and energy levels. The focus shifts from quantity to quality, and from arbitrary goals to intentional, measurable progress. Strategically, integrating small habits and tracking provides flexibility, which is essential for maintaining long-term adherence. Life can be unpredictable, and rigid schedules or overly ambitious goals often lead to burnout or frustration. By focusing on manageable habits and monitoring how your body responds, you create a system that adapts to daily fluctuations in energy, time, and motivation. This approach makes it easy to continue moving even during busy days, ensuring that consistency is maintained without unnecessary pressure. For women managing careers, families, or multiple responsibilities, this adaptability is critical for sustainable health improvements. It also allows for progressive adjustments. As stamina, energy, and strength improve, small habits can naturally evolve into longer walks, slight increases in intensity, or more challenging terrain, all without compromising consistency or enjoyment. Another important consideration in both habit formation and tracking is the psychological reward system. Experiencing tangible improvements in energy, mood, or fitness reinforces the habit and creates motivation to continue. Short, consistent walks provide immediate feedback in the form of elevated energy, reduced stress, or improved posture, which makes the practice enjoyable and self-reinforcing. Tracking progress, even informally, highlights these improvements, creating a sense of accomplishment that fuels continued adherence. By focusing on the experience of walking rather than simply meeting a numeric goal, you develop a healthier relationship with movement. This positive feedback loop increases long-term compliance, making it easier to integrate walking into daily life permanently. The combination of small, consistent habits and intelligent tracking also aligns with the principle of working smarter rather than harder. Instead of walking long distances, aimlessly or obsessing over step counts, women can achieve more in less time by focusing on purposeful movement and monitoring results. Habitual short walks, when repeated consistently, maintain cardiovascular health, strengthen muscles, and support metabolic efficiency, while tracking ensures that each walk is productive and responsive to the body's needs. This method respects both time constraints and the natural rhythms of the body, creating a sustainable, efficient, and enjoyable approach to daily activity. Moreover, integrating these principles helps reinforce the mind-muscle connection and timing strategies discussed previously. By making small, frequent habits a regular part of life, you continuously engage muscles throughout the day, improving strength, posture, and coordination. Tracking progress ensures that these movements remain effective, allowing you to adjust intensity, timing, or duration as needed. Together, these strategies create a comprehensive system for walking that maximizes health benefits, improves energy, and supports weight management without the need for arbitrary step count goals or excessive effort. Practical applications are simple and effective. Women can start by identifying small opportunities for movement in their daily routines, such as walking during phone calls, taking the stairs instead of elevators, or parking further from entrances. These micro walks, when repeated consistently, accumulate into significant health improvements. Pairing this with mindful tracking, such as noting energy levels, perceived exertion, and changes in muscle engagement, provides actionable feedback that guides adjustments over time. This dual approach allows for personalized progression, ensuring that walking remains efficient, effective, and motivating. The focus is on building sustainable routines that fit seamlessly into daily life while maximizing results in minimal time. Ultimately, Keynotes 5 and 6 emphasize that walking success is not defined by distance, steps, or duration, but by consistency, habit formation, and intelligent tracking. Small, frequent walks integrate movement into daily life in a manageable and sustainable way. Tracking ensures that each session is optimized for intensity, posture, and metabolic response, providing immediate and long-term feedback that guides improvement. Together, these principles create a system that maximizes results, improves overall health, enhances energy, and supports weight management, all while being flexible, accessible, and realistic. By focusing on building small habits and monitoring progress thoughtfully, women can achieve significant health benefits without being overwhelmed or burned out. Walking becomes purposeful, results-oriented, and enjoyable, transforming ordinary movement into a strategic, science-based practice that supports long-term wellness, vitality, and confidence. This approach demonstrates that efficiency, consistency, and awareness are far more important than arbitrary step goals. By integrating small, manageable habits and tracking progress intelligently, every walk becomes meaningful. The body is engaged fully, metabolism is optimized, and energy levels are elevated, creating a feedback loop of physical and psychological benefits. Women who adopt this method experience measurable improvements in fitness, posture, energy, and body composition while enjoying a sustainable and adaptable routine. Walking is no longer a mundane activity, but a smart, effective, and science-backed tool for transforming health and building lifelong wellness habits. The principles of habit stacking, consistency, and tracking create a framework that allows anyone to achieve maximum results with minimal time, making daily movement both purposeful and rewarding. So, forget the 10,000 step rule. Embrace quality over quantity, add interval walking, engage your muscles, time your walk strategically, build small habits, and track your progress smartly. You can get double the results in half the time science says, and feel amazing doing it. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and comment below with your favorite walking tip. Remember, every small change today puts you closer to a healthier, more energetic you. Step smarter, not harder, and take control of your health. Your body will thank you.